I did this thing where I talked in front of 7,000 people. I thought I wasn't nervous at all. Like, I went on there like, I'm so excited. It's such an opportunity. And then when we were coming down, my legs were like this. Like, I couldn't even walk down backstage. I was like, oh my gosh, I guess I'm nervous. But it was so amazing. Such an opportunity. EXP, you changed my life. And I will be here until the end of my time on earth. Best real estate company ever in the history of mankind. Don't take my word for it. Come see it for yourself. We're in Vegas. We are in Vegas for an EXP event. I get to speak here on Thursday, the big stage. Oh my gosh. Look at that. 6,500 people. So we are going backstage. We are going live in 25 minutes on the big stage, and I'm so excited. Good morning.
Are you nervous?
Excited.
Excited?
I'm a little nervous always, right? But it's just that excitement nerve of like, getting out here. I think they're recording this right now, so we have to watch what I say. I like it. You figured out how to sound too much.
Well, you have to. If you're going to be telling people how to build a brand, you've got to be wearing your fucking brand.
It's personal branding we're going to be doing today.
These are the givers of EXP. So give a hand for Gogo Betke, Josue Soto, Kyle Handy, Lisa Guzman, and Jason Miles.
Thank you for being here. Go get your videos done. Welcome to Gogopreneur. Okay, I made it. I ate because I was so hungry. I was ready to eat my arm. And now I'm going to mic check. Then I'm going to the room and change and go to a pool party. Scheduled today. Oh, and then I'm meeting Toby Mathis from Anderson Advisors. They are the company that I hired to be my marketing director. So marketing directors, guys. My board of directors, and I actually never met him. So I'm very excited to meet him, introduce him to Team Gogo, and then have a drink with him later to actually get to know him and, you know, talk business and grown up stuff. Yasmin said it's too sparkling, but I had told her, I said,
Vegas, baby.
I'm in Vegas. Like, if I'm not gonna wear this now, here in Vegas, then where on earth am I gonna wear this? So, sparkling. What do you think?
You get to wear it if that's okay for you. So this is a lei po'o, so a lei,
Okay.
and then po'o is head in Hawaiian.
Okay.
And so it's basically a lei that goes on your head, but you can also wear it around your neck. If some don't want to miss your hair, you can wear it around your neck. And this was made by my aunt. Yeah, so it's like a crown, like a Hawaiian crown.
It's so cool.
People call it the crown of flowers. We call it lei po'o.
Are these actual real flowers?
It is.
Yes.
Oh, so pretty.
It's okay, but I've never been in I've never been in Hawaii, but Hawaii came to
Now
me.
you need to
Yes.
Can I just wear it all day?
Yes.
If you don't know this person right here, if you don't know Gogo, if you're a professional in real estate, especially if you're a woman in real estate and you want permission to be empowered, to be an absolute stud, check her website out, check her courses out. Hila and I have dove into that ourselves.
So I have 600 and 66 people scheduled for tomorrow for my presentation. I need a favor. I need one of you to cancel, or I need one more to join, but I cannot have 666. That is not okay. So I need you guys. If you're here at EXPCon, I need you to please register and change that number. Please don't. No, that's not okay. So I see you tomorrow. Okay, please register. See you tomorrow. Okay, darling, show me how many steps it takes you to do an Instagram story. Show the world.
Okay. Show
You
the
did it way
world.
too fast. Okay, so you're on your home screen.
Yes,
And you
then
go
I
to your
went
stories.
here.
Your stories again and in camera.
And then, yeah.
So 17 steps later, let me show you how to do it. Okay, show her. Show the world, Yasmin.
Show the world. Just
Just swipe.
like that. What?
I knew this. You told me this. It's not like you are a bad teacher. I'm a bad student.
You knew it, and you're just like, oh, I just like to take 17 steps.
I like to take 7.
And then you say, oh shoot, I forgot to do stories yesterday.
You wonder why, right?
You could do more stories if you just swiped. I got my own gift from Client Giant. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see everything that's in there. But they're so thoughtful. They help realtors to maintain relationship with their clients, right? So I'm going to get a bottle like that. Why don't you tell them quick what you guys do?
So Client Giant looks after
Do I have one of these
the
in here?
clients of professionals in real estate by providing thoughtfully curated gifts on a quarterly basis, on a membership and subscription basis. So very, very easy turnkey solution. We take out all the difficult parts of taking care of your clients and making sure that they know how much you care.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much for my own gifts. And I will tag you guys so everybody can check you out. So I asked Yasmin to log into the EXP app to tell me how many agents registered to tomorrow's branding class. How many do we have?
Okay, we broke that weird number. It's 666. It was way too weird.
It was way too weird. I was like,
yeah,
no, somebody cancel or somebody else sign up.
Go, please. $6.99.
Woo! Look at that. Thank you guys. It is the most amazing having this ability to just share a thought very quick and then you guys responded. So thank you for all of you 30 some agents who signed up since, who changed that weird number because I was so weirded out. I don't like that number. So I'm so excited to bring a lot of knowledge on branding, how to get attention to your brand, how to make sure that your brand exists, especially when it comes to agent attraction. How can you bring awareness to your existence where agents will reach out to you to know more about the opportunity here at EXP and they get to join with you. Same with production. I did the same thing in production. Even today, where I have a small team in Michigan, we don't buy any leads and we are close to closing, hopefully by the end of the year, 70 transactions, right? I never bought a single lead in my entire career. I don't pay for ads. So that's where a personal brand comes in, right? Is that you get to create something and allow the world to get to know you where people reach out to you because over time you earn their trust. So let's do branding tomorrow. I'll see you guys right after 1 o'clock. So I think it's 1:50-ish, but be there early because I heard we have a lot of registrants, like one of the most registrants I heard. So good morning. Yasmin, and I show your shirt. Yeah, baby. Proudly wearing Team Gogo t-shirts this morning in our hunt for Starbucks. Okay, so I am going for mic check. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. Guys. Oh my. Let me zoom out a little bit. Can I? There we go. Oh my gosh. Look at that. 6,500 people. OMG. I like to joke and say that my past life must have really sucked. And God is trying to make up for it in this one. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So we are going backstage. Way back there is where we have to go to the employee entrance door that takes us backstage. We're going live in 25 minutes on the big stage. I'm so excited. Found her! Beth, we doing it? Look at her sassiness. It looks so cute. Doing this, you're gonna kill it today, right? You're gonna
Hello, world. Are you ready to crush it in branding? Can we just say, let's just have a little battle. Let me show the world how and why Gogo is a master of branding. Dear world, Gogo Bethke, my sponsor, speaker on the general session and several masterminds here at EXPCon 2022. And for the branding panel, she knows how to bring that brand.
Personal branding, baby.
Let's go.
All right, guys, headed backstage.
You are.
Time to have some fun. Time to crush. Super excited. She's got a marketing shirt.
Hey, it's a branding event.
She's gonna win.
Personal branding. Hi there. Okay. It's Yasmin. You're going backstage. I'm so excited. Look at this. This is like when you see country singers, and they have a golf cart usually, and they get driven around on a golf cart, but we don't get a golf cart here. So if you follow these arrows, it will take you where you want to go. And that's what it looks like. Okay, we are going to get mic'd. Look at what it takes. Look what it takes to be behind the scene. These are the big screens that you see when you're at an event, but from behind. Then we get to see the event here, see what's happening, and then we get mic'd.
Awesome. So, one of the things that is a core value of EXP is something that when people ask me, and I've been with EXP almost 6 years, is why did you originally go to EXP? And one of the first things that always comes out of my mouth is the word collaboration. Now, I just recently turned 65. I'm almost, like I said, over 42 years selling real estate. So technology has not always been my thing. I've always hired younger people to take care of technology, but I can assure you that I have put my arms around and embraced collaboration through technology and of course face-to-face.
And we're just sitting there pouring into each other, giving out different tools to help people use, and then go be.
Thousands don't understand how to use the EXP Events app, or how to look up the agenda, or the auction items that were on auction yesterday. So we were kind of having a good laugh about that, because I like to say that I'm trying to keep up. But I love that Terrence brought up Clubhouse. Is there anybody out here who doesn't know what Clubhouse is? And please don't be ashamed, because thank you for being on it. Look at hundreds are raising right now. But it is another collaborative effort. The other thing that I want to remind you about right now is that
Are you nervous?
Excited.
Excited?
I mean, little nerves always, right? But it's just the excitement of getting out there. I think the recording is right now, so we have to watch this.
I like it. If you go down to the sound, you might. Well, you have to. If you're going to be telling people how to build a brand, you better be ready to fucking brand.
Because there's no more room. I'm in your workplace, reach out. Now, one of the things I think is really cool about everything we do is everybody's successful. And I've told people, you know,
Just thank you for bringing like this energy. This is what our agents are dying for. They're craving. They're following you. They're following you. They're following you. For, like right, and then here you are, like in real life for them. So thank you for saying yes. Thank you for prepping. Thank you for spending your time and energy to get ready and get here. And they will follow your lead. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Capture real life. And I want you to join me right now by taking your phone out of your pocket. I don't care if this is comfortable for you or not. Do it for me, please. And I want you to open up your camera app. I don't see a lot of phones yet. Phones out. Phones out. You can stand up if you need to. Let's go. Phones out. Stand up. Take them out. Turn on the camera. I want you documenting and recording. I want you to get used to what it feels like when our next crew showed up. What they're going to talk to you about is documenting, capturing, recording, the power of social media. It was about 15 phones walking through backstage like this, because these are the moments that show progress. These are the moments that create engagement. It's an honor to invite to the stage my good friend, Beth Silverman.
EXPCon, how is everyone doing? Get out your phones and get ready. Curtis was right. There are so many cameras backstage. It was admirable. When EXP asked me to moderate a panel on how your brand can transform your business, I thought, well, this is something we all use. Whether you sell luxury or REO, whether you are an early career agent or you run a mega team, whether you're commercial or residential, we all have a footprint. And what's so special about EXP is they allow us the freedom to discover and express our brand to better serve our communities of both agents and clients alike. Help me welcome to the stage, get on your feet for three powerhouse leaders in branding, Will Grimes, Gogo Bethke, and Chasten J. Miles.
Gosh, yeah! Dude, look at that. Oh my gosh. Do it. A little louder, a little louder! Let's go! Right on.
All right, we're gonna rein in our phones and we are gonna bring it. Let's jump right in. At the Build conference in Dallas a few weeks ago, Tony Robbins talked about the power of your brand. He said, people don't buy products, they buy identities. And identity is the most powerful form of persuasion. So Will, I want to start with you on this one. How did you discover your brand's identity, and how important is authenticity in branding?
I think authenticity is mandatory no matter what. And if you guys can't tell, there's no hiding me. There's no hiding my brand. I'm a prior special operations Marine before real estate, right? So, right on. But something that's huge in the Marine Corps is integrity. Being consistent, being honest, being a professional at your craft, right? So when I was documenting my story, guys, when I first started, I was sleeping in a pantry and I was working out in the morning, I was studying all day, and then I would go out and do lift at night to just make a buck. If you guys go to my Instagram to the very beginning, I'm doing lift at night. I was telling my story, right? And the second piece to that, as far as where I found my ability to be consistent, were the people that were around me giving me permission to do that, right? Because coming from that world into the real estate world, I was insecure. I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it or figure it out or whatever it may be, and I'd never dealt with some of those things for a long time. But the team I had around me, the friends I had around me to give me that confidence to be consistent, Curtis Johnson being one of them, because Curtis Johnson is here and he's the only reason I'm on this stage today. Build that team around you, make sure you're confident in everything that you do, but it's gonna lag sometimes, right? So that team around you that holds you accountable, but also encourages you to be consistent, by far, number one thing.
I love consistency. It's a theme we've heard here. Gogo, tell us, how did you discover your brand identity and authenticity?
I like to joke and say that, can you guys hear me? I like to joke and say that when God was given a filter, I skipped the line. I don't know how to do anything but be authentic. My best friend would say, I haven't lied in my life. I don't know how to do that. So authenticity, I think, is what allows you for people to truly get to know you. And as Brando would say, I am looking for the people who are looking for me. And only the way they're going to find you, right, if you allow them to get to know you.
I love that. And Chasten, authenticity is something you talk about a lot on Instagram. How did you discover your brand identity?
Sure. You know, with authenticity, I struggled with it hard, y'all. Struggled. And the reason is, entering into this whole content world and branding, we start asking ourselves, well, how do I be authentic? And what does that sound like? What does that look like? And I realized once you start asking those questions, you've lost it. You've lost that authenticity. And I was struggling with that because I was trying to be something that I thought I had to be, and I couldn't be consistent with that. Like, I just couldn't keep it up. And so when it comes to being authentic, the best thing that I can say is just be yourself, right? Like, authenticity is not going to be the script. It's not going to be how good your branding looks. No, none of that. The authenticity is who you are. And I tell people, you either take it or leave it, but this is me.
Yes, sir. So you guys are on every single platform, and we know that. But Gogo, I want to start with you on this one. With every platform out there, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, what is the single platform you've utilized in your business that has generated the most revenue?
Instagram. It's really that simple, but I recommend that you be everywhere, right? But find your home platform. My home platform is Instagram. It's just the easiest for me, right, to learn the buttons on it. But I strongly recommend for you to take that content that you're creating for your home platform and then plaster it everywhere else. The only difference is YouTube. For YouTube, you shoot horizontal, right? For pretty much every other platform, you shoot vertical. So this is why the TikToks, the stories, the Instagrams, I can do because it's horizontal, and then or vertical, European, Hungarian right here, I don't know the difference, right? This way, right?
It's all right, you look great at every angle, we know.
Exactly, and then hire that out. So I only post on Instagram, and then I have virtual assistant that feed it everywhere else. So find your home, feed it everywhere else.
Chasten, which platform has and I know you're generating it revenue, you are monetizing like wild. Which platform has generated you the most revenue?
Yeah, I'm not the free person on social media. Most people would think that I would say YouTube, and YouTube has been very good. It's been very good to me. I've been on YouTube for years. However, in the last year and a half or so, I've made a shift over to TikTok and Instagram. And it has been very, very, very good when it comes to generating revenue on those platforms. So it's on a good track right now.
I love that. What about you?
It's YouTube. We love it. As you guys can tell, I'm a talker. So fitting questions into 2 minutes is probably the hardest mission I've ever had in my life. But it's being true to ourselves, right? So YouTube has been amazing because people go there, they search content, and they want to listen, which means it gives us time to talk and elaborate. We've got a consumer-based YouTube channel called Living in Denver. That channel alone produces more than $2.2 million a year in GCI and commission from people calling, texting, emailing, and we've only had that channel, guys, for just over 2 years, right? So it's powerful, but it leads back into whatever you guys are choosing. You've got to be yourself, and you've got to figure out which platforms allow you to be most you. That way you're comfortable and you're proficient, and you guys are then consistent and you excel. But by far, YouTube.
And did you hear that Chasten, you recently really ramped up TikTok. You guys have been on YouTube just for a short amount of time, and how much is possible. So the time to start, even though it was yesterday, is today. Make a commitment to get started. And so let's talk about, Chasten, what advice would you give to an agent or a team that might be struggling to deliver their message to their audience?
That's a great question, and I have a simple script that you can use if you are struggling to get that message out there. I call it my 180 capture method. You're gonna do 3 things. You're gonna talk about 3 things in your video. People need to know where you were before, or what problem you had, what you were struggling with. They need to know what you did to fix it, and then how they can do it too. All right, you do that. That captures people, and it turns them into fans. It turns them into loyal followers, because now they want to learn from you because you're providing value. When you put out content, it needs to do 3 things. It needs to do 3 things. It needs to make an impact, okay? It doesn't have to be a big impact. It can be an impact on one person, right? It needs to make an impact. From that impact, you will gain influence. People will start following you, commenting, liking, things like that. And then you want to generate income. We all got to live, right? We want to generate income. That's going to look different for everyone, but that's why we do it. And using that 180 capture script that I just gave you, along with keeping those 3 things in mind, you will accomplish all of your goals when it comes to branding, content, and social media.
Agreed. Fire. Will, how would you help somebody deliver their message to their audience?
I love it. Everything that you just said, it's amazing, right? So in addition to what you just said, I would say this entire event, selfishly, right? This entire event was created for one person, and that's you. That's you, but you've got to be open and you got to be able to take that message, right? You've got to be able to take that action. And the second thing is just, you've got to make real estate fit you. You don't want to fit real estate, right? If you're doing that, get in line and wait 10 years and hopefully you'll build a business, right? But if you understand who you are and you are organically yourself and you take charge there and take action after learning some things from today, you're going to figure it out. There's things that work for me. There's things that work for these guys. Ultimately, once you get started, you guys can start figuring out those action plans of what's working and tripling down on it, what's not, improvising, adapting, and overcoming those things. But if you aren't coming here this weekend and if you aren't taking quitting off of the table, it's going to be the start and stop. It's going to be the talking yourself out of things. So this weekend, this has to be for you. You've got to give yourself permission and you got to take quitting off the table right now.
Our inner
right
circle
on.
is
Yeah,
inner
right
circle. So, Gogo, you've taught thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of agents how to exist on social media and Instagram. I am one of them. So how would you tell an agent who's struggling to deliver a message to get it through to their audience?
It's very simple. Can I make it very simple for you guys? Answer this question. Do you have one of these? You do. If you were to leave the house without it, would you go back and get it? You have what it takes. Number one. Number two, it's usually people afraid of what are people going to say. One of my favorite sayings is, I start caring about your opinion as soon as I can deposit it into my bank account.
100%.
That's my sponsor.
Very good.
So one of the most exciting things about EXPCon are the masterminds that happen in the afternoon sessions. So Gogo, tell everybody what you're going to be facilitating today.
We are brand building this afternoon at 1:30 in Ocean D, and I would love to have you guys there. So we are talking personal branding, right? And I had a totally different outfit picked out for today. And I woke up this morning, I'm like, hold on a minute, it's personal branding we're going to be doing today.
I love that. So I want to say thank you guys so much. It's such an honor to know you, to work with you, and to get to be up here. And to this community that we love, thank you. Let's kill the rest of EXPCon. Thank you guys.
Right on.
I tried to hide it.
I'm missing one. I'm missing somebody. I'm missing four. Who am I missing? I can't forget you. You're still a part of all the loving deep in my heart.
Because it's about branding.
It's not for
Did you know that you and me can be business partners? If you're a licensed agent or broker anywhere in the US or in 24 other countries, you have a chance. So here is the opportunity that I want to present to you. I want you to jump into my calendar. I want to have a heart-to-heart conversation with you about what's going on in your real estate career, how long you've been in it, what you have achieved, where you want to go, maybe you haven't achieved that. And I can show you what the model is here at EXP, why I switched my business over to the company 4 years ago, how it changed my life, what I was able to achieve. And then in return, if you like what you see here, maybe you decide that you want to bring your business over to EXP, and that would make you and me, if you chose me as your sponsor, be business partners. You will never, ever owe me anything. You're never going to cut me a check. We don't owe each other anything, but we become business partners. So my knowledge and expertise in this industry is yours. You're going to have me as your business partner literally on speed dial. And my goal is to be able to help you, and in return, you help me. If you're maybe not happy at the brokerage that you are with, I want you to give me and EXP an opportunity. So all you need to do is jump into my calendar. The link is going to be somewhere below, or maybe a QR code on the screen somewhere here. Click it, jump into my calendar, and let's see what's going on in your career. Let's see if I can help you, and if I can, and you decide to bring over your brokerage to EXP, I would absolutely love that. I joined the company 4 years ago. I started what we call a downliner organization at EXP here, Team Gogo organization. We call ourselves Team Gogo International Family of Agents because we are a family of agents. We train together, we refer to one another, we feed each other's families, right? We truly stick together like family. And this is the opportunity that I want to invite you to. I want to invite you to be a part of us. If this is something that you would like to do, if you would like to do real estate with us, the Team Gogo organization, the International Family of Agents, we would absolutely love to have you. All you need to do is jump into my calendar, and the rest is history. We go from there. So hopefully you decide to join me. See you in my calendar. Bye guys, thanks for watching this episode. So this is really the back. This is really the back, yeah. Behind the scenes, this is what happens. Oh, this is like in the movies.
This is behind the scenes, right? This is some Ocean's 11 stuff.
Ooh, okay. Guys, I heard the room is sold out. Have you heard such a thing? So Sean, what did you just say?
Well, we have the fire marshal here, so we have a strict limit. They're scanning everybody into the room. When we hit our capacity of 500, only people can enter to see Gogo if someone leaves. So.
And the room is filling up. This is so unbelievably exciting. And now I have to deliver. Let's go. I got water, ready to rock and roll. Guys, we have a full room. Hi Phil, how are you?
I think I calculated in his first, I think 10 levels, he has 60,000. A combined million online followers here. I don't even know how to do it. I know Kyle's got 80,000 monthly visitors just to his blog. I don't have to tell you about the online image that Chasten Miles has created, or Lisa Guzman, the IG, Facebook, and TikTok star that Josue Soto is in Florida. And I know y'all want to see Gogo. So raise your hand if you're here for anyone else but Gogo. Okay, everybody, I'm going to introduce our online influencers and our brand builders extraordinaire. I want you to give a big hand for Chasten Miles, Kyle Handy, Lisa Guzman, Josue Soto, and Gogo Becky.
I think we have amazing people to share their knowledge on branding. I want to do one thing because I was Googling last night and I said, what is branding? So I'm going to ask you to do something. I ask everyone to close your eyes. Close it, don't lie. If I say Starbucks, can you see the logo? If I said Target, can you see the logo? Best Buy, Home Depot. That's what branding is. Your idea, what you need to achieve, is face, name, and brand awareness. So you can no longer go to the grocery store without people being like, aren't you that Gogo chick that sells real estate? And I was like, yes. She knew my name, and she knew what I do for a living. And that's my goal, and hopefully that is your goal too. For me, it started out selling real estate. Raise your hand if it started out selling real estate. And raise your hand if you have multiple revenues of income. Right? So you can do with branding, it's not just about selling the next home, and it's not just about building your brand so that agents can join you here. But today is about branding, and I want everyone on stage right here to kind of introduce yourself. What is your branding style? What platforms do you use? So let's start with there. How about we start with you? Josue Soto.
My name is Josue Soto. I normally specialize in IG and Facebook. I've been doing Facebook for over 6 years. Some of the systems that I use is a Willy platform, Follow Up Boss. I'm not pushing Follow Up Boss, but you gotta sign up for it. And
do you have an affiliate link?
Yes, I'll give you guys an affiliate link. Hold on, wait till I'm done. And yeah, for now, you know, and TikTok also. So
I'm Kyle Handy. Thank you so much for having me here. This is an honor just to be able to talk to everybody, and I know so many people out there, and I've given waves and high fives. Pretty awesome, so love it. But I've been in real estate for 15 years now. Got started in 08, and I've done just about everything you can imagine under the sun in real estate. I've had a brokerage. I've had a team, and now most recently I love making content for agents on YouTube and my blog. Those are probably the biggest ones for me. And I also, of course, use Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook.
Hey guys, how are you? Lisa Guzman, San Antonio, Texas. San Antonio in the house. Give it up for Texas. I actually got into TikTok. We were just talking about it. I got into TikTok during the pandemic, which was I was bored, I guess. And not that many agents were using TikTok, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna have fun with this. Do TikTok now, definitely doing Reels, do Facebook as well. But yeah, that's what I'm doing.
What up, everybody? I am Chasen J. Miles, and I have been in the business for 10 years. Got my start on YouTube, actually. So YouTube, I'm on all platforms. YouTube, about 75K followers. TikTok, 350K, Instagram, 150K, and I just spread it all around, but it's
That's
really
amazing,
good.
amazing numbers. Thank you. I remember the first time somebody asked me target audience, I was like, what does that mean? Right? The target audience are your people. As Brando says it, I'm looking for the people who are looking for me. The person who's going to want to sign up with you is never going to sign up with me when it comes to agent attraction. The person who wants to sell a house with me is never going to sign a house with you. Make sense? So we are looking for our people, and the question is, who are your people? So the more you allow people to get to know you, in my case, I'm a mom of a type 1 diabetic. I'm a foreigner. I have bulldogs. I like social media. Those are probably the things that most people know about me, right? So maybe if you have a notebook, write down 5 things that you stand for. Those 5 things are important to you. First 5 things that comes to mind. Write it down when you go home, think on it, because those are your people. You cannot be Gogo's Real Estate on one page and Brighton's favorite realtor in the other and buyahouse.com. I don't know, that's you. That's not the target when you close your eyes and saw the label, right? So whatever, next one is the photo. So first your name. If you're like, well, it's kind of the same. It's like Gogo's Real Estate here and Buy with Gogo there. It's kind of the same. It's not the same. When I say the same, is the same. Gogo's Real Estate on Instagram, Gogo's Real Estate on Facebook, gogosrealestate.com, gogosrealestateteam.com. Everything is Gogo's Real Estate. So I mean the same. Picture. The what? Where? Everywhere. So you're going to see that lady in the red dress on every single platform until everybody can recognize me and until I no longer look like that person. Don't be that agent, right? That you have your prom photo and you're 65. Don't do that, right? But I do want you to take that one photo, as I like to say it, take 46 of them. One's going to be really good. Put it through 17 apps and then plaster it everywhere. Where? The next thing is hashtags. So hashtags, if you don't know what a hashtag is the basics. It's like, imagine going and Google, what are you going to Google? Put a hashtag in front of it, that's your hashtag. Okay? So that hashtag sign. So for example, what should you be hashtagging while you're here? What you should be hashtagging while you're here?
Team Gogo.
That too, thank you. No, it's EXPCon 2022. That is the hashtag. That's how everybody else is going to find your post. So what does hashtag allows? Allows people to find you. So when you're making a post, you always hashtag your own brand. If you look at my post, I always have Gogo Betki hashtagged, which is my name, and a hashtag in front of it. I have Gogo's real estate hashtagged. I have Team Gogo hashtagged. I have everything hashtagged. Even my brand is hashtag Team Gogo. Hashtags are important. Tag location. Why? Do you know how to tag location? Put the location. It was like, where did you make this post? Las Vegas. Why? Because people follow what's happening in Las Vegas. They don't know of your existence. They could care less that you sell real estate in Minnesota. But they are going to see your post because they follow Las Vegas. So do that, and then always tag people. Why? Because we're in the business of eyeballs. So if I tag you, guess what? Everybody that follows me now going to see your account. When you tag me, everybody that follows you is going to see my account. So that's the fastest way of growing, is by taking other people's viewership, other people's eyeballs onto your own account. So use those basics and stay away from the hashtags that don't go along with your post. There's this thing called an artificial intelligence, and it's really freaking smart. It's too smart, to be honest with you, right? So if you are on your beach office and there's a palm tree in the back, that's okay to hashtag beach office. But if you're at your desk in your office at home and you hashtag I'd rather be at the beach office, the artificial intelligence says, you're not at the beach. And it won't show it. So stay true to the hashtags, right? And think of it this way, less than 2% of your followers see your post. Less than 2%. That means out of every 100, 2 people are gonna see it. So it's a lot of work. So the truer you can stay for organic and allowing people to get to know you, the more it's going to spread. And some of you may say that, yeah, Gogo, but I'm private. I don't like my business out there. Guess what you know about me? What I let you. If I don't put it out there, you don't know it. Raise your hand if you don't have a skeleton in your closet. Guess what? Nobody raised their hands. We all do. You don't put that on Instagram. You don't put it on Facebook. So your privacy, or what you want to allow people to see, it's in your own hands. You go to the extent where you feel comfortable. My YouTube channel is really not worth mentioning, not because I don't have the knowledge, it's because I am used to creating videos this way. How does YouTube like their videos? This way. So now that means I have to repeat myself. Are you freaking kidding me? I don't have time for that, right? So before you decide which platform you want to be home on, right? I want you to decide, where do you feel comfortable? This way or this way? If it's this way, you need to be on YouTube. If it's this way, you're gonna be on the TikToks, the Instagrams, the Facebooks, the stories, the Reels, right? So decide this, because if it's work for you, it's work for me to do it this way. I don't know why it just is. I just look funky sideways videos, right? So I don't do it. That's why I don't have a YouTube channel. I mean, I do, and I'm working on it. In the future, I will shoot this way. Jason, YouTube.
A big thing that I always wonder, especially talking to agents, is why YouTube and why now? Because YouTube is a great platform, and it's been great for many, many, many years now. And Instagram, TikTok, even LinkedIn and Pinterest now, they're all competing to take that top spot. With that being the case, it is far more easier to be on one of those platforms. A lot of people think that YouTube is the money platform. I'll tell you, I've made more money from TikTok and Instagram from January to where we are now than I've made probably in the last 2 years on YouTube. YouTube videos take a lot of work, and I'm not discouraging anybody from doing YouTube, but I want to make sure it's not just like, oh, I want to be on YouTube because I think YouTube is the only or the best opportunity, because people are everywhere and the brands are everywhere. YouTube is getting a little clunky trying to now compete with Instagram and TikTok. So, you know, just really, like Kyle was saying, like, think about what your goal is, what your mission. Do you really want to do this, or is it because you heard like YouTube was the place to be? Because there's other options that are far more easier, I'll tell you.
So I just learned, do you know which one is the biggest search engine in the world? YouTube. Repurpose. If you would like to repurpose your videos, sometimes I only know the rhythm of a word, not the actual word. Then you always should shoot it horizontally because you can always cut it, right? But you can't cut a vertical video into horizontal. So keep that in mind. I do have an editing team from Venezuela. If any of you would like to use them, just message me later and I send you a link. But you can find editing teams online, right? So literally what I would want you to do is have them create that content for you, especially if you already have it. Just give someone access to your YouTube or to your Google or whatever you keep your videos and have them go to town and chop it up into small little pieces and plaster it everywhere. Now, I personally only post on Instagram. If you decide that social media is the way you want to go, whichever platform that you decide that you want to use, and if you're building a brand around yourself, since we're talking about personal branding, right? You have to stay your brand. That portion you cannot hire out, you're gonna lose your followers or you're not gonna gain new ones because there's nothing personal, right? So what I want you to do is choose which one is your home. For me, it's Instagram. I make my Instagram post and my team takes it from there and they plaster it everywhere. So since we're talking about YouTube is trying to compete with the Reels, now YouTube have what's called YouTube Shorts. It's a Reel, it's a TikTok, it's a YouTube Short. It's the same exact video plastered to 3 different platforms. I found out on this trip that I'm the only one who doesn't have a videographer following around. I'm like, I'm the social media queen. What? So don't think of it, you have to hire a videography crew, right? Like I've been in it for 11 years, I don't have an entourage. I walk around with this thing. This is my crew right here. So if you have one of these, you have what it takes. Now, eventually, when you get to the point where you don't know what to do with your money, hire a videographer. And they can walk around with you, right? But don't feel like you need to now suddenly go and get a videography crew, and then you have to go get an editing crew, and you need to go, find a virtual assistant who can be your social media marketing editor, whatever. It doesn't work like that. Like everything I did, guys, I did it for free. I'm the cheapest, brokest agent you ever find, right? And that broke agent's been in my soul for so long that it's so hard for me to spend money on things. So I will always fight for finding a free way. There's a free way. The free way might be a little bit more work for you. And when you run out of time and you can afford it, then spend the money. But you do not have to imagine like you have to hire everybody out, to help you with this. So think of it this way. On your LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever else that you do, right? Think of this, how many DMs do you get in a day? Let's say if it's 100. Let's say it takes 20 seconds to respond. And whatever your style is, you're going to now have to train that person to stay true to your brand, right? It needs to sound like you. It needs to say things like you. And I still get messages from my team. Most of the time they can answer it, right? But I still get messages like, Gogo, what would you say? Or Gogo, this message sounds like it's personal, like they actually know you. Do you want to respond personally? So just make sure that if you do hire it out, it has to be true to yourself. And then the last thing is when it comes to video editing, sometimes they send me a message, and think of it this way, they're not in real estate. They don't know what the heck we're talking about, right? And sometimes the video edited comes back and it never got to the point, right? And I have to send it back and say, we never got to the point, can you please add on the next 10 seconds so we actually get to the point? So those things that are coming back to you that's making your life easier, you're the final say. Okay? What's the video that brought the best result? I'm going first on this one because I'm so excited. You guys remember when if you follow me, you remember when I lost my front tooth? That was the video. Why? Because it was vulnerable. Right. The rest of it, if you don't know, this tooth right here is an implant. And I bit into a sandwich, and it was tomatoes and bacon, right? And I heard a crunch. And I was like, oh, it's the bacon. I was trying to separate the sandwich from my mouth, and I couldn't because it was stuck on the tooth. So I came out with the tooth, and I went in for x-ray, and I didn't have a front tooth for 8 months. So I had a pity party for 3 days. I was under the covers. What am I going to do? I'm a social media queen. What am I going to do? I don't have a front tooth, right? And then I was like, God doesn't give you what you can handle. So he must think I'm a badass, right? So if whatever you have going on, right, stay true to yourself, and you'll see that is the video that is going to have the most views because you're going to find your people. I couldn't tell you how many messages I got from people who said, oh my gosh, Gogo, I can't believe you just did that. I've been walking around with the flipper, so I was like, you know what, I'll be a flipper model. Because clearly I don't qualify for any other modeling job. So I'll be a flipper model. So you make the best of it, whatever you want, and just be true to yourself, honest, have fun with it, right? Share so people get to know you, and I guarantee you that's going to be the video that goes viral. Actually, let me ask you this. Is agent attraction important to you? Yeah. Stand up. If it is. If you want to grow a downline, organization, local team, okay? I'll wait for the people on the floor. Sorry, I'm making you work out. I just woke you all up. Okay, ready? Now, stay standing if you have why I joined EXP video somewhere on any of the platforms. Your own. I know, Phil, good job. No, stories don't count because they go away in 24 hours, unless I got lucky to see it today. Do you see the difference? Look around. Now answer me this question. Who do people join EXP with? A person. They don't go directly to EXP, they go to another human that they found a connection with. And how do they find the connection? They probably saw your video. So, I make you a deal. Until you create your why I joined EXP video, I'll just take them all. Because I have mine. Have a seat. Congratulations for everyone who was standing. Right? So you have to think of it this way. If you don't have a video out there for people that are searching for the word EXP or join EXP or why EXP, they can find you. You don't exist, and if you don't exist, you are not an option. At least be an option. At least be like at least I got a chance to talk to them. And if they chose somebody else, well, they had something that you didn't, but at least you tried, right? So when you go home from here, I want all of you to create a why I joined EXP video. Do it horizontal, because if you do vertical, you can't build it into websites. Did I just do it wrong again? No. Sorry, I don't do work. Do it this way. This way, I'm kidding. Do it this way, I'm serious. Do it horizontally, because you have to be able to build it into a website. Because your job when it comes to social media, what are the YouTubes and the TikToks and the Instagrams and all of those things good about? They're good at generating traffic to their site. Now our job is to take that traffic out, take it off of their site, and take it where? Control that traffic, take it to a website, a link, a Google sheet, a whatever, right? So they can watch. Yes. Did you say something? A funnel, good job, yes. There you go. I know all about funnels, right? So you want to take them off of that platform to somewhere that you control. Now, can I change your life? If I had a video on there that was like, hey, you should join EXP, it's awesome. You're just gonna pack it all up and you're gonna come over with me, right? No. Like switching brokerages is a big deal. You can't possibly expect someone to make a decision on your 2-second video or 2-minute even. I think mine is over an hour. So I'm not asking you to now, because doing video and talking for an hour is like planking for an hour. I agree, it's hard, right? But you know what's harder? Being broke. Way harder. So do your video why I joined EXP. I want every single one of you, because think of it this way. If you don't have that video, somebody else does. And they're going to join with that person. So get it done. 1, 2, 3. I love EXP! You know why? Because Glenn Sanford is in the other room and he needs to hear us. So let's do it 3 times. Ready? I love EXP! I love EXP! I love EXP!
We're going to have all these people in EXP University doing their classes. These are the givers of EXP. So give a hand for Gogo Bethke, Josue Soto, Kyle Handy, Lisa Guzman, and Jason Miles.
Thank you for being here. Go get your videos done.
So you know how sometimes your reality is better than your wildest dreams. So I can't say necessarily that one day I woke up and I was like, oh, I want to be on Nasdaq Times Square one day. Like it never even crossed my mind. But on January 24th, I got a message from Lindsay, and Lindsay's my assistant. She was like, have you seen this? And it was a screenshot of a message from someone with a picture in it. I was too tired. Well, my phone started blowing up and I was getting messages from everybody with screenshots. And here I was on Times Square, 250 some foot tall. I'm little Gogo with a Team Gogo t-shirt on Nasdaq Times Square. So sometimes, guys, if you allow the universe to work for you, it will give you opportunities that you never even dreamed of. So here I am, little Gogo from Transylvania, Romania on Nasdaq. I don't know what the percentage of people that actually gets featured on Times Square, but probably a very low percentage. So I feel very honored. And with this video, I want you to realize that dream big, because it might just come true. So that's what's going on right now. So
let's go do it. Can you see up in my nose? You're so close to my face right now. Hopefully you can actually use
You are walking way too fast. That's the problem.
Okay, let me see it.
And then we have a suite on the 5th floor. So it's up to you as to what
Sneakers today.
What did you do?
Having my feet. Maybe we'll stand on stage for 20 minutes. Have you ever seen a girl get ready in 15 minutes? And that is shower, hair, makeup, and full wardrobe change. Let's go do it fast. Oh, I can feel it. I'm so excited that you got to see my biggest opportunity on stage. 9,000 people in the room at EXPCon, and I got to present. That was awesome. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you were inspired and you realized that you can do whatever your little heart desires. I figured when it comes to the Gogopreneur episodes, I want to help the world with anything entrepreneurial, anything that I know about entrepreneurship and how I run our multiple businesses. I want to share that.
Hey guys, I'm Christy. I've been here forever. I don't know what I do, but I do everything. Can't list it, but I do it all. And I'm the one who does everything around here. I'm the everything doer. That's who I am. Who am I? I'm that person that always screws up, stumbles their words, so I usually make it in the reels. That's who I am. My name's Christy Waker.
Hi everyone, my name is Natalia and I am the assistant of Gogopreneur. My job here is to make sure that everybody's doing their job. Make sure that the editors have everything that they need, if they're following the deadline. Make sure that your home TV channel have the right episode with the right description. Make sure that I'm promoting the episodes and make sure that Gogo is recording.
This is probably my 10th attempt to record this video, so I hope it works now. I'm not that good at it. What I do for Gogo, take care of her calendar, schedules, trainings. But yes, I am there to help her with everything. Thank you for watching Gogo's episode, Gogopreneur episodes. I hope that you already watched the previous ones and that you're very excited to watch the upcoming ones. And just as we are always excited to whenever we have a new episode to be launched. And yes, so stay tuned. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Alex and I am the project manager for the Black Dog video. Basically my job is making sure David is doing his job, meeting deadlines and, you know, showing up for meetings. But right now he's not here, so you are in big trouble, David. Okay, so smile. It is part of the job, so smile. But that's a creepy smile, David. Smile nicer. There you are.
A few moments later.
Okay, and I hate being on cameras, and my only talent is to be a boss, just to be bossing around.
Yes, sir. Whatever you say.
Sir? I am not sir. So as far as I know, I am not sir.
3 days later.
Why do I have to appear in this video?
In the next Gogopreneur episode. I always said that when I die one day, I don't want a funeral. I want a party. I want a roast. I want my friends to have fun and share stories and experiences that they got.
Gogo is the person responsible for the strangest interview I've ever had in my entire life.
I remember that day. I don't think Gogo remembers that day.
My birthday last year was amazing. This year is country music. We got cowboy hats and cowboy boots and a checkered shirt, and we're gonna play country music all night long, and we are going to have fun. And hopefully Dwayne feels better by that time because currently he's in bed, sick. How are you, cowboy?
Little lady.
I am truly so blessed with the most amazing friends on earth. I think it's so important that we go all day, all night. We are building businesses and empires, and then when you slow down, you need to have those friends that brings the fun out of you. So I want them to share a roast style, a couple videos of the funny stories that they can share with the world. So you guys get to know me as a human, not just know me as Gogo in the business world, but know me who I am as a person and how do the people see me that get to spend time with me. We are all weird. We all have quirks. We we are all designed by God and we are perfect the way we are. In everybody's life that they cross your path or you cross theirs, you serve a different purpose. They see you in a different way. You help them in a different way. They see some of your qualities that are positive to them and it's negative to somebody else, and it's vice versa. But I just want you to know that you are perfect the way you are. And your people will find you, and when they find you, hold on to them and have the most amazing fun life with them. Enjoy a little bit and have fun.
She's such a great friend. I'm so happy for those guys and think the most of them and wish them continued success. You're the best.
Gogo is amazing. She's incredible. And I love you.
Here's to Gogo. Happy birthday. Cheers to all your success. And we all love you so much.
For all the products and services featured in this episode, pause the show right now, scan the QR code, and I will see you on our website.